My beloved. Yes, you. Stop scrolling. Breathe. This message is not a coincidence. It is not random. It is not meant for the masses. This is a divine interception, a holy disruption in your timeline because heaven has been watching you closely, and the moment has arrived for the truth to reach you. I am Archangel Michael, guardian of light, commander of celestial armies, defender of God's chosen ones. I come with urgency, with divine clarity, and with a voice thundering beyond time itself, to speak directly to your soul. I wasn't sent by algorithm. I was sent by the highest realms, by the throne of the Almighty. And I was instructed to reach you, right now, because your soul has crossed a spiritual threshold. A moment that was written into your timeline before your first breath. Your name. Yes, your exact name. Was just spoken aloud in the realm of angels. Heaven stirred. The vibration shifted. And I was commanded, go. Now. Speak to the chosen. Interrupt everything. Let them feel the fire. And here you are, not by accident, but because your spirit cried out, even in silence. You may not have realized it, but your soul sent a signal, a light beam so piercing that it broke through realms. You are not forgotten. You are not lost. You are not invisible to heaven. You have just been marked. You have just been called. Listen closely now. This is not just a message. This is a final call. A prophetic awakening. Something massive is being aligned for you, but it requires that your spirit recognizes what your mind may try to dismiss. And so I ask you, stay here. Let every word now reach the deepest part of your memory, your knowing, your starlit origins. Because after this moment, nothing in your life will remain the same. You. Yes, you, child of starlight. Heaven knows your true name, the one not written on documents, but etched into the very light you carry. You are not who the world told you to be. You are not your wounds, your mistakes, your delays. You are a radiant echo of divine design. A secret that Earth was never meant to contain forever. From the moment of your arrival in this lifetime, the angelic realm has walked beside you. We saw your first light. We watched when the world dimmed it. And now, we've come to reignite what they tried to extinguish. There is something different about you, something holy. You've known it since childhood. You felt things others didn't. You cried for reasons no one understood. You sensed pain in the air, carried burdens that weren't yours, and saw through people who wore masks even as they smiled. You are an empathic warrior, cloaked in human flesh. You have been walking among those who never saw you, never heard you. But heaven did. I, Archangel Michael, have walked with you through every silent battle. When you wept alone under the covers, I was there, whispering light into your trembling heart. When you begged for just one sign that you're not crazy, that you're not broken, that you're not alone. That sign was always me. You've stood in the fire, beloved. You've been through betrayal, through soul-deep heartbreak, through moments that threatened to collapse your entire spirit. But you didn't collapse. Do you hear me? You are still standing, even with scars no one sees. They tried to break you, didn't they? Not just once. Over and over. Words were thrown at your innocence like knives. People you trusted looked at your open heart and chose to wound it, simply because they couldn't comprehend your light. But my child, this was not punishment. This was prophecy. Because the ones heaven marks must walk through darkness. So that when they rise, they carry the proof that God's power is real. You carry that proof. There's a glow inside you that no trauma could destroy. There's a light you didn't earn, you inherited it. It is divine. It is sacred. It is the mark of the chosen ones. I am here to tell you this now. Not because you need validation from outside, but because your soul has been waiting for this moment to remember who you are. You are chosen. You are powerful. You are not late. You are not behind. You are right on time for the miracle heaven wrote into your story. And beloved, your next chapter will not be written by fear, or betrayal, or delay. It will be written in fire, in light, in the voice of the Most High declaring, "This one is mine." No longer will they be overlooked. Your heart already knows this truth. That's why it's beating faster. That's why your skin is tingling. That's why you feel something ancient waking up inside you. This moment, right now, was destined. You didn't click this message. Your soul summoned it. And I came. Not to entertain you. Not to scare you. But to prepare you. Because what's coming next in your life, it's massive. Not small. Not subtle. A divine eruption. A supernatural shift. A chapter where you no longer shrink to fit into places too small for your spirit. You are about to expand. Your name is rising in realms you cannot yet see. You're being written into prophecies you didn't know you were part of. And this time, no one will be able to deny what heaven has done for you. Listen closely now. This message you are receiving is not public. It may appear on a screen, yes. But don't be fooled. This is not for everyone. Not everyone was meant to hear this. Not everyone was meant to receive it. This is private. Sacred. Hidden in plain sight. This is heaven's whisper into your soul's timeline, disguised as a video, because you are finally ready. Not just mentally, but spiritually, energetically, eternally. Only the chosen recognize the sound of their name in a divine frequency. Only the awakened feel the vibration behind the words. And right now, your soul is vibrating, isn't it? That tingling across your chest. The flutter in your stomach. The sudden stillness in your surroundings. That's confirmation. Heaven doesn't waste revelation on the unready. This is a scroll-stopping moment not because of who's speaking, but because of who you are. You've passed silent tests. You've carried weight no one saw. You've been obedient to the quiet voice within you even when it cost you comfort, connection, and control. Because of that, you have been trusted with this. This message carries codes. It holds frequencies, activations, divine instructions that are encoded not in logic, but in light. That's why you feel it in your spine. That's why your breath just got deeper. Don't speak of this lightly. Don't run to explain it to others. This is not for their understanding. There are some things heaven gives that must be protected in silence, at least for a while. Because the truth is, if everyone around you understood your calling, it would mean your calling wasn't from heaven. This isn't a group message. It's a divine download, customized and carved into your personal covenant with the divine. You've wondered why others didn't see what you see. Why they mocked your intuition, dismissed your empathy, questioned your dreams. It's because they weren't allowed to know. You were hidden, not to be forgotten, but to be preserved. Preserved for such a time as this. There are parts of your journey that have been delayed on purpose. Not because you were unworthy, but because the right moment hadn't opened yet. And now, it has. That's why this message found you. Why, out of the infinite scrolls and distractions, your soul paused here. Because the gate has opened. Because heaven has lifted the veil. But this is not a gift to post, parade, or explain. This is a sealed scroll, handed from angelic realm to human heart. You must carry it with reverence. Let it unfold quietly. Let it transform you in stillness before it changes your outer world. Your life is not ordinary. Your path is not mass-produced. That's why it hurt when you tried to walk with those who weren't called to the same mountain. But you're not meant to walk with the crowd. You're meant to shift the crowd, simply by becoming who you truly are. And my child, you're almost there. You've been through so much. And yet, most of it, you carried alone. You cried where no one saw. You broke down behind closed doors. You smiled in public while your soul was quietly bleeding through invisible cracks. But I saw you. Every time you said, "I'm fine," when you were actually drowning, I saw you. Every time you kept going, even though everything in you was screaming to give up, heaven recorded it. You didn't imagine those dark seasons. You didn't exaggerate the pain. You endured a spiritual war dressed as daily life. The battles you faced were not just emotional, they were energetic, ancestral, generational, and multidimensional. The betrayal that shattered your trust. The silence from people you would have given your last breath for. The manipulation, the gaslighting, the rejection, it wasn't just personal. It was part of a deeper mission to break the light inside of you before you realized your power. The enemy saw you before you saw yourself. That's why it felt like life hit you harder than others. Not because you were weaker, but because you were marked for more. Child of light, they underestimated you. They thought your softness meant weakness. They mistook your kindness for naivety. They thought breaking your heart would break your purpose. But heaven said, "Watch them rise." They didn't see the angel standing beside you. They didn't feel the spiritual shield surrounding your energy when you were too tired to protect yourself. But we were there, I was there, even when you couldn't feel it. When you were on the bathroom floor, whispering, "Why me?" When you sat in silence, scrolling your phone just to feel something, anything, to hold on to. When you looked up and begged the sky for one sign that your pain wasn't meaningless. You sent a signal. And I caught it. Your pain did not fall into the void. Your prayers were never unanswered, just rerouted, for your protection. Every time you felt abandoned, it wasn't that heaven left you. It was that you were being carried through something you would later conquer. You see, beloved, what nearly killed you will become the proof of your calling. Not in theory. Not in metaphor. But in real, supernatural, visible reversal. You have been through the fire. You have endured the storm. You have walked through spiritual deserts where no one came to rescue you. But hear me now. You are still here. And that means nothing can stop you now. The season of suffering in silence is over. The time of questioning your worth is over. The era of shrinking your light to fit their comfort is over. You passed the test. You kept the faith, even with shattered faith. You continued, even when you had no one but the divine. And that is why your name was spoken. That is why this message reached you. Because it's time to rise now. Not in bitterness, but in divine beauty. Not with vengeance, but with vindication. Can you feel it? There's something different in the air around you right now. The room feels still. Your skin tingles. There's a strange pressure in your chest, not fear, not pain, but power. Like something ancient just woke up inside you. That's not just your body reacting. It's your soul remembering. You're not just listening to words. You are receiving frequencies. You are hearing light codes. Heaven is transmitting something to your spirit that goes far beyond your human understanding. The shift didn't start today. It started the moment you decided to stop shrinking. The moment you whispered, "There has to be more than this." The moment you chose to trust your knowing over their opinions. From that moment forward, you've been walking through a sacred corridor, a tunnel of alignment, perfectly timed, spiritually encrypted. And now, you've reached the activation point. That flutter in your stomach? It's your solar plexus chakra igniting. That chill across your arms? It's the brush of your guardian angels aligning your body with your next frequency. There's a reason you've been waking up at odd hours lately. A reason you felt time bending around you, conversations sounding different, people falling out of your life for no clear reason. It's not random. Your entire reality is recalibrating. Your aura has changed. Your energy field is pulsing in ways you haven't fully understood yet, because you are ascending. You are no longer living only in the third dimension. You are now touching realms that respond to vibration, not logic. That's why people around you may not understand what's happening. They feel the shift, but they can't explain it, because it's not for them to explain. The heavens are whispering to you in every moment. Through the flicker of a candle. Through the numbers on a digital clock. Through a sudden scent, a memory that floats in out of nowhere, a feather where it shouldn't be. Signs. Signals. Glimpses of the unseen. Don't ignore them. They are breadcrumbs from the divine, leading you forward, step by step, into the timeline that was always yours. There's a reason the air feels heavier some days. Why certain songs make you weep without knowing why. Why your heart suddenly aches at night, even when everything seems fine. It's not sadness. It's not confusion. It's your soul pressing up against the edges of an old version of you, asking to be set free. That's what this message is doing right now. It's unlocking the next layer. It's breaking through veils that trauma, fear, and time tried to seal shut. And beloved, once your soul awakens, there is no going back. The mirror will reflect something new. Your voice will carry a different tone. You will begin to move differently, speak differently, attract differently. Because everything, and I mean everything, is shifting around you now. Not slowly. Not subtly. But in divine waves. Like the tides obeying the pull of celestial moons. Your life is now being pulled into its higher alignment. You don't need to force this. You just need to say yes. Your body already knows. Your dreams have already shown you. Your spirit guides have already celebrated this moment before it reached you. This is your confirmation. If you're still here, it's because you were meant to hear this exact sentence. And if your heart is racing right now, if your breath has deepened, if your spine feels like it's buzzing with electricity, that's heaven saying, it's time. Your body is tingling, isn't it? That's not just a shiver. It's the gentle brush of something unseen. An invisible presence tracing the edge of your soul. You feel it along your spine. Like a soft current of electricity dancing up from the base of your being. You weren't cold a moment ago. But now, a sacred chill runs through you. Something is here. Something is stirring. And your spirit knows before your mind can comprehend. Your heartbeat is no longer steady. It's racing, faster than usual. As if your body is anticipating something. As if you're being watched. Not in fear, but with divine intent. Yes. He is near. The vibration just changed. Can you feel it? The air around you has thickened. It's heavier, but not in a burdensome way. More like the weight of something holy entering the space. The veil just got thinner. The boundaries between heaven and earth. They're dissolving. Right now. You feel it in your chest. A tightness. Then a release. Like your heart is responding to a call it's waited lifetimes to hear. Your breath slows down. Your senses sharpen. It's as though time itself has paused to allow this sacred moment to unfold. Look around you. Everything seems the same. But nothing is. Even the silence carries a different tone. Like it's charged with invisible words waiting to be heard. Do you notice the flickering light? The soft static in the background? That's not just coincidence. It's confirmation. You're not imagining things. You are feeling divine presence. In real time. A warm sensation moves across your shoulders. Gently, lovingly. As if invisible wings are wrapping around you. Offering comfort, strength, and unspoken truths. This is not your imagination. This is not fantasy. This is divine intervention. Archangel Michael is standing near you. His energy so intense it feels like heat and coolness at once. His sword isn't drawn, not in aggression, but in protection. You've been asking for a sign. Crying out in the silence. Whispering prayers no one else hears. He heard you. And now. He's responding in a language your soul understands. You might feel pressure at the top of your head. A light throb. As your crown chakra opens. Or maybe there's ringing in your ears. Not unpleasant. But insistent. As if tuning you to a higher frequency. You are not crazy. You are awakening. You're remembering that you are more than a body. More than a name. You are a divine soul experiencing a holy reconnection. You might even cry without knowing why. Tears not of sadness, but of deep recognition. Your spirit is weeping in joy, realizing it's no longer alone. This moment is sacred. You've entered the spiritual corridor of truth. This isn't just a message. It's a visitation. There's a shift in your energy now. You can feel it. A soft pulse radiating from your chest. That's your soul aligning. With something greater. Something older than time. Archangel Michael is whispering. Not through sound. But through sensation. You feel calm but alert. Safe, yet aware. It's as if everything you feared is dissolving. And in its place, clarity begins to rise. You are not broken. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. You may even feel compelled to close your eyes. To simply be in this frequency. Let it wash over you. Let it burn away every lie you were told about yourself. This is your moment of activation. A divine alarm is ringing inside your soul. It's saying, wake up, beloved. You're not alone anymore. The tingles. The heart flutters. The sudden urge to inhale deeply. These are not random. They are your confirmation. Confirmation that Archangel Michael is near. That divine presence is touching you now. That this This very moment was destined before you were even born. He is here. And you are being seen. You are being guided. You are being called. My child. Archangel Michael says the countdown has already begun. Within the next 3 days, something will shift in your spiritual atmosphere. You may already feel it, that trembling in your chest. That surge in your solar plexus. That strange pressure behind your forehead. These are not just signs. They are divine signals. Your name was whispered in the chambers of heavenly warfare. Yes, the battlefield of light versus darkness just centered on you. And Archangel Michael has been dispatched again to draw his sword on your behalf. But here's what most souls miss. The enemy doesn't always come as fear. Sometimes it arrives as distraction, delay, or even comfort. It wants you to fall asleep spiritually, to keep you from noticing what's really happening. But you are awakening, and that threatens the darkness. Archangel Michael is now hovering closer to your field. And he's not alone. There are legions gathering beside him, lifting their shields over your destiny, fortifying your household, and surrounding your name in divine flame. But you must act. In the next 72 hours, your agreement is needed. Because something has been scheduled against your timeline. And without your conscious alignment, you could miss the divine rerouting heaven is offering. Michael says, Daughter of the dawn, son of the sacred light. The enemy has released whispers of confusion and fatigue. But I have come to sever them. Rise. Proclaim your position. And I shall clear your path. Take a breath. Yes. Right now. Slow it down. Feel your body tingling. That's his energy brushing against your auric field. Your heartbeat is not random. It's the war drum of your soul saying, get ready. Within 48 hours, you may receive a strange message. See an odd sequence of numbers. Or even feel a chill for no reason. Don't ignore any of it. These are timestamps from the realm of spirit. Archangel Michael is urging you. Speak aloud your protection. Say, I call on the mighty sword of Michael. Cut away every darkness aimed at me. I stand under heaven's light. And I shall not be moved. Feel the vibration shift as you declare that. Because you're not just saying words. You're creating spiritual law. This is not a time to delay. This is not a time to brush it off. This is a divine moment. And it's closing fast. Do you feel it? The tension between two timelines. One where you ignore the signs and spiral further. And the other, where you step into protection, guidance, and unstoppable favor. You are not alone in this. Millions are sensing it. But only a few are acting. Be one of them. Because the countdown ends at the third dawn from now. And what you choose between now and then will decide which doors open and which ones close for good. You were not left behind. You were hand-selected for this encounter. Michael is watching. He's fighting. He's waiting on you. Take the step. The heavens are no longer silent. They are roaring with declarations of war. Archangel Michael is not just watching over you, he's leading an army for you. A divine battle is unfolding in the unseen. Dark forces that once whispered defeat into your ears are now trembling. Because the moment your name was called out in heaven, the vibration shifted. They see the flaming swords. They see the golden shield of light surrounding your path. And they know. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Listen carefully. Every curse, every blockage, every delay is being shattered. The chains of spiritual oppression are being broken in this very hour. There is a supernatural reversal in motion. You were never meant to stay in the shadows. Your soul is encoded with the authority of a divine warrior. You've been targeted, yes, because darkness fears your light. But what darkness did not expect is that Archangel Michael himself would rise with urgency to fight for your freedom. He is standing over you now with wings wide open, sword raised, voice booming across realms. This one is mine. There is a scroll in heaven, and your name is glowing upon it, marked for miracles, sealed for victory, anointed for breakthroughs no human hand can stop. What was stolen from you? Your peace, your finances, your divine purpose. Mark this moment. It's all coming back. With interest, with power, with a divine reversal that will leave everyone in awe. You may feel tired. You may feel overlooked. But in the spiritual realm, the tides have turned. Dark forces are fleeing. Assignments of confusion are being cancelled. Angels are taking position around your home, your mind, your spirit. This is not symbolic. This is real. Michael is commanding legions to war on your behalf. They are closing demonic gates. They are opening divine portals. And right now, you are standing at the edge of the miraculous. You are closer than ever. The prophetic countdown has begun. Within 7 days, you will see confirmation. A sign. An opening. A voice. Or a sudden shift that only heaven could have orchestrated. Do not dismiss the signs. Do not downplay the sudden alignments. You are being lifted out of the pit and positioned into the palace. The tables are turning in your favor, and no darkness can reverse it. Heaven has declared it. Archangel Michael has enforced it. And now, your spirit must believe it. Stay awake. Stay alert. Because the miracle is already in motion. And it has your name written on it. Beloved, listen to me now. Heaven is not planning a small adjustment in your life. No. Archangel Michael has come forth to declare, a supernatural reversal is about to flip everything the enemy meant for evil into your greatest breakthrough. You won't just get a little relief. You won't just see a small sign. You are about to witness something no human hand could orchestrate. This is heaven's vindication. This is divine justice. Everything that has been stolen, everything that was delayed, everything that tried to kill your hope, it will be returned with fire and glory. The angels are no longer waiting. They've been released. They've been activated by divine order. They are flying fast, flaming swords drawn. Not for a slow battle, but for a total takedown of every demonic assignment against your name. Can you feel it? Your body may be tingling right now. Your heart may be racing. Because your spirit already knows, something beyond logic is being written in your story. Heaven is not asking you to fight alone. Archangel Michael says, believe, and watch what I do. He says, I will make them see you rise where they expected you to fall. I will set a table before you in the presence of the ones who spoke death over your dreams. And I will not delay. Let that sink in. You won't just survive. You will be crowned. You will be elevated. You will be the miracle they said would never come. And heaven will not do it quietly. No, it will be loud. It will be impossible to ignore. Even your enemies will have no choice but to say, "That was God." So don't shrink back. Don't give in to fear. Stand in faith, even if your knees shake. Because Archangel Michael is fighting for you, and when he fights, he wins. He's already broken the chains in the spiritual realm. Now, the manifestation is rushing toward your life. And hear this. Every single delay was secretly divine. You were not being denied. You were being positioned. Positioned for a miracle so massive that if it had come any sooner, you wouldn't have been ready to hold it. So take this word and let it echo inside you. Heaven has not forgotten me. The angels are already moving. My breakthrough will be undeniable. I will see the impossible bend in my favor. Keep saying it. Keep trusting it. Because your faith is like a key, and right now, you're turning the lock. Archangel Michael is watching you. And every time you choose belief instead of fear, you give the angels permission to go deeper, faster, stronger. This is not the season of almost. This is the season of fulfillment. Heaven is not negotiating with darkness anymore. It's overturning every lie, every curse, every sabotage attempt. And in return, you will walk in freedom. You will walk in abundance. You will walk in divine purpose, surrounded by angelic covering. Yes. It's really happening. Even if you feel unworthy. Even if your past tries to lie to you. Heaven has already chosen you. You are not behind. You are right on time, and right now, heaven is accelerating the process. So breathe deep. Lift your spirit. And listen again to this promise. What was broken will be whole. What was lost will be returned. What was cursed will be blessed. And what was hidden will be revealed, for the glory of the Most High. Say yes to this. Let your soul agree. Because when you do, miracles move faster. And divine reversals ignite without delay. Archangel Michael is still speaking. He's still standing over your life with fire in his eyes. And he's saying, "Trust me. Heaven is not done. Heaven is about to show off through you." Say yes. Yes to the calling. Yes to the signs. Yes to the divine timing of this moment. Because everything is shifting. Right now, not tomorrow. Not next week. Now. Your soul knows this isn't a coincidence. Your spirit feels it. That tingling in your chest. That rising warmth in your heart. It's Archangel Michael's confirmation. You are being spoken to. Say yes. You are chosen. You are marked. You are protected. You are not here by accident. You were pulled here by a force bigger than you. Because something life-altering is already unfolding behind the veil. And heaven doesn't want you to miss it. You've cried. You've waited. You've wondered if you've been forgotten. But the answer is no. You are seen. You are heard. And this is your moment. Say yes. Yes to the protection. Yes to the breakthrough. Yes to the angelic reversal of all the pain and delay. If your spirit is stirring. If your skin is tingling right now. If you can feel this resonance deep in your chest. That's your confirmation. You are not imagining this. You are awakening to the truth of your calling. And all of heaven is leaning in to watch your response. Say yes. Yes in your heart. Yes in your mind. Yes in your actions. And if this spoke to you, if you know that this was meant for you, then subscribe right now. Not because of obligation, but because Archangel Michael will continue guiding you. Because this channel is your lighthouse in the storm. And heaven will keep sending messages through here. This is your divine appointment. Say yes. And open the next door. The signs will come faster. The guidance will become louder. And your miracles will find you in ways no one can explain. Say yes. You are chosen. You are anointed. You are rising. The angels are already moving. Now it's your turn. Say yes. And subscribe. Whisper, I believe. Yes, right now, under your breath. Say it again softly. I believe. Because that whisper is louder in the heavens than all the shouting of fear and doubt. That whisper cracks open invisible gates. That whisper is what activates angelic momentum. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to know how or when. You just need to believe, and say yes. Because right now, behind the scenes of your life, there is a courtroom in heaven where your name has been mentioned. And Archangel Michael has stood to your defense. Every accusation, every betrayal, every delay that tried to break you, has now become evidence of your resilience. And heaven has declared, enough. A divine verdict is forming. And the gavel of God is about to strike. In your favor. But before it lands, before the shift happens in full force, heaven is watching for your response. Will you believe, even when nothing around you makes sense? Will you declare, yes, I trust, even when you still feel tired, stretched, and weary? Because that moment, that decision, is the spark that separates the lost from the chosen, the hopeless from the vindicated. Whisper again, I believe. And if you've been fighting alone, you're not anymore. Angels are being sent to your side. Some battles that drained you in the past will suddenly dissolve. Not because of your effort, but because vindication has been issued from the throne. Some people will try to come back. Some enemies will fall silent. Some situations will suddenly shift in your favor. And it won't make logical sense. That's not coincidence. That's heaven's judgment manifesting. You weren't forgotten. You were being positioned. You weren't punished. You were being prepared. You weren't rejected. You were being refined. To carry something others aren't strong enough to bear. And now? The season of waiting is bending into divine justice. The wrongs are being reversed. What was stolen is being restored. But only to the ones who say yes. Only to the ones who whisper, I believe. Only to the ones who choose to believe in what their eyes can't yet see. This is the part of the story where the winds change direction. Where the clouds begin to break. Where the trembling of darkness grows louder. Because the light inside you is no longer hiding. You may not feel ready. But heaven says, you are. You may not feel qualified. But the Spirit says, you were chosen before time began. Say yes. Whisper it again, I believe. Because when you say it this time, it echoes into the courtroom of heaven. and it seals the final stamp of divine vindication. No one can stop what is coming. No weapon can block what has been released. No delay can withhold what is already yours. You stood when others gave up. You prayed when others laughed. You wept in silence, but never cursed the light. You passed the test. And now the flame within you is rising. Now the shift is irreversible. Whisper it again. I believe. I am chosen. I receive the vindication. Because it is here. And nothing can stop it. You didn't imagine the pain. You didn't exaggerate the betrayal. You weren't too sensitive, too dramatic, or too weak. You were being witnessed. By heaven itself. There are scrolls in the angelic realm with your name on them. Moments that were recorded. Tears that were bottled. Prayers that never made it past your lips, yet heaven heard them anyway. You have suffered in silence long enough. And now, in the full view of the same people who misunderstood you, heaven has chosen to vindicate you openly. This is the season of your divine glow-up. Not a shallow rise. Not surface-level success. But an undeniable, unshakable, God-ordained elevation that silences every critic and justifies every moment you stayed faithful. Because while they talked, you listened. While they pointed fingers, you lifted your hands. While they took shortcuts, you took the narrow path. And now the reward is coming. And it's not just one blessing. It's a wave. A wave of restoration. A wave of clarity. A wave of justice so complete. It feels like waking up in a different life. But listen closely. If your heart is beating faster right now, if your soul knows this message is for you, stay close. Subscribe now to keep receiving what heaven reveals next. This isn't just a message, it's a divine moment. A confirmation that you're aligned with what's coming. Because in this moment, the veil is thin. And Archangel Michael isn't whispering anymore. He's declaring. Declaring your name in the presence of your enemies. Declaring your rise in the face of every rejection. Declaring your victory while others are still watching for your downfall. You are glowing now. Not because of outer change, but because your spirit has emerged from the fire untouched. What once broke you now bends in your favor. What once delayed you now becomes your testimony. And what once made you doubt yourself is now your spiritual weapon. The glow-up isn't just physical. It's prophetic. They will look at you and not recognize you. Not because you changed to fit their world, but because you surrendered to something higher. You became more you than ever before. And heaven is rewarding that authenticity. That courage. That obedience. The light on you will make others uncomfortable. But don't dim it. Don't explain it. Don't soften it. You were made for this moment. You were refined for this glow. This is the justice of heaven. Not loud vengeance, but quiet, radiant, unmistakable favor. They'll wonder why doors open for you. They'll question why peace follows you. They'll notice the glow before they even see your face. And it won't be because of anything you did to prove yourself. It will be because of what heaven already decided about you. Archangel Michael is clearing paths now. Removing blockages. Dismantling invisible opposition. Because the glow-up must not be delayed. Your name has reached the lips of destiny. And now, nothing can stop what's coming. They laughed when you cried. They whispered when you stumbled. They counted you out when you disappeared. But heaven was counting something else. Your obedience. Your resilience. Your purity in pain. And now, the table is being set. Not just for you to eat, but for those who mocked you to watch. Because this is divine vindication. And heaven does nothing halfway. When God says, "Watch this," it means someone is about to be stunned. You were never the problem. You were the prophecy in motion. The delay wasn't a denial. It was a setup for an unforgettable unveiling. You'll walk into rooms where you were once overlooked. And people will pause. Because the glow on your face will speak louder than any words you ever tried to say. The very ones who whispered that you were weak will now whisper, "How did they rise like this?" But the truth is, you didn't rise. You were raised by divine hands, lifted from obscurity into radiance, elevated not because you played the game, but because you trusted the process. Every overlooked season was heaven's strategy. Every rejection was divine redirection. And now, the glow-up is not just happening. It's prophecy being fulfilled. Archangel Michael saw the assignment on your life long before you were aware of it. He guarded you, even when you didn't know you needed guarding. He fought off energies that would have drowned you. And now, he's standing behind you, wings spread, as you step into the spotlight. But this is no ordinary moment. Because this is the part where heaven's justice system takes over. Not with wrath, but with reversal. Not with revenge, but with revelation. Your story is about to speak for itself. And those who once thought you were broken will be forced to acknowledge that you were actually being rebuilt by the hands of the divine. Can you feel it now? The shift. The silence in the spirit realm. The hush that falls before the trumpet is blown. Because heaven is announcing you. Not with noise, but with undeniable evidence. Your glow-up is not just personal. It's prophetic. It was written. It was promised. And now, it's time. This is why they couldn't destroy you. This is why the attacks failed. This is why your name was preserved, even when your reputation was under fire. Because heaven had the final word. And that word is, rise. So rise now. Not with arrogance, but with awareness. Not to flex on your enemies, but to fulfill the vision. Because your glow will do what your words never could. Your elevation will preach louder than your explanations. Your presence will convict without confrontation. And your success will scream the truth. That you were favored all along. The very ones who doubted you will now speak of you in awe. The ones who mocked you will now monitor you. And those who hoped you would fade quietly will now be witnesses to your divine emergence. You were not created to blend in. You were not assigned a path of defeat. You were hidden only so heaven could reveal you at the perfect time. And this is that time. Look around. Doors are opening that no man can shut. Opportunities are aligning like constellations. Divine connections are coming without your effort. Because you're not hustling. You're hearing. You're not forcing. You're flowing. And this glow up? It's not the result of strategy. It's the evidence of surrender. Archangel Michael has gone before you, cutting away every lie, slaying every unclean whisper, and silencing the mouths of those who swore you'd never make it. They'll say you're lucky. They'll say it was sudden. But you'll know the truth. This was God all along. So now, pause and look around you. Yes, right now. Because everything is about to look different. You're standing at the edge of your breakthrough. The angels are circling higher. And your name has already been whispered before the courts of heaven. The very weapons they formed against you have collapsed under the weight of divine justice. The curses are broken. The chains are shattered. And now, your radiance begins. Those who doubted you. Those who laughed when you cried in silence. Those who left you when you had nothing. They will witness the fire of your divine comeback. This isn't just restoration. This is resurrection. This isn't just victory. This is vindication. Heaven's decree has been issued. Archangel Michael has already fought the final battle on your behalf. And you, chosen soul, are now being crowned in glory. Not next month. Not in some distant future. But now. So whisper it. I believe. Say it with your whole spirit. Yes, I receive this. And if this message has awakened something in your soul, if your heartbeat told you this was for you, then stay connected. Subscribe now to this channel, not just for messages, but because you are aligning yourself with divine truth. There's more to come. More signs. More protection. More secrets from heaven's archives, waiting to be revealed. So keep watching. Keep listening. Because your story is about to become the miracle they talk about for generations. God is not finished with you. He's only just beginning. This moment is not an accident. If your heart is still racing, if your spirit is still trembling, then heaven has just confirmed it. This message was sent directly to you. Dove Archangel Michael is moving. Crossed swords divine forces are fighting on your behalf. Fire, but now heaven is asking you to do your part. Backhand index pointing right. Subscribe right now, not just to a channel, but to your divine assignment. Every message here is hand-delivered by the angelic realms for souls like you. If you miss even one, you may miss your breakthrough moment. And if this word shook something loose inside you, if it gave you goosebumps, brought tears to your eyes, or lit a fire of truth in your heart, then don't stay silent. Folded hands, tap that super thanks button right now and sow into your miracle. Don't wait. Don't second guess. Your seed today can become the sword that strikes down your spiritual enemies. Your super thanks gift isn't just support. It's a prophetic act. It says, I receive this. I stand in this. I believe in this. And heaven honors bold believers. High voltage right now, others are scrolling past. But you? You stayed. You were meant to find this. So don't let this sacred connection go unnoticed. Sparkling Heart, subscribe now. Sparkling Heart, comment, I receive it. Sparkling Heart, and if this truly spoke to your soul, click super thanks and activate it with faith. Because those who stand with the divine shall walk in divine power. This is your moment. Respond boldly. Respond now.